Little girl everyone first got to know and love in the 1980s is all grown up now. Ashley Bellman talked to the cast of Peacock's new Punky Brewster about bringing the show back to life.
Punky Brewster is back and better than ever. Soleil Moon Friye and CHERIE Johnson are reprising their roles 30 years later alongside Freddie Prinze Jr. and a group of adorable kids for a much-needed punch of punky power.
Raising 3 kids on my own, I'm barely keeping it together. It's time for me to focus on myself and my needs.
Ooh, check him out.
I am not ready to date again. Your father and I just broke up.
A fireman? Holy macanoli.
I am so happy to see you as Punky again. This is so exciting. So what was your first thought when you found out the reboot was happening?
Well, I've been wanting to do it for years and years and years, and the stars aligned. I had truly been wanting to do this for so long, and just the way in which this has evolved has been so mystical and magical, and we need it now more than ever.
I heard on social media, but I still didn't think that it was real until Soleil called me. Soleil called me and said, "Boo, did you hear? Will you come back?" And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? But we were like on the phone screaming for about 15 minutes. I was like, of course I will come back.
How did it feel when you were actually on set reunited with CHERIE?
I burst into tears. It was like not a moment had passed by, and that love has always been there, and it always will be there, and I just felt such gratitude.
Morning, babe. Wait, what just happened? You're not supposed to be here. We're divorced. And don't call me babe.
You called me babe.
You still have a thing for him.
What was it like for you to come into this iconic world of Punky Brewster?
It was the most random experience that I've had in this business. I was retired, I was done, and a mutual friend of Soleil's and mine is Brian Austin Green, the really talented actor and talented musician. And he called me up and he said, hey, they're remaking Punky Brewster, and they really like you for it. It's the first script I'd read in like 5 years. And so I'm going through and I start laughing. My wife said, it's enough laughter. My wife goes, yo, what are you laughing at? I said, I'm reading the Punky Brewster pilot. And she just stopped cold. And she was like, are you kidding? They're remaking Punky? I was like, yeah. And she was like, you're doing it. So I was like, all right, I got to meet this chick. And everything they said about her is true. She's the sun, and you just gravitate around the warmth and the light.
You know what, Punky? You're my idol. I am? Yeah, just think. You got your own apartment. You can stay up as late as you want, and you don't have to go to school. Thanks, CHERIE. But you've got something I don't. What? Family.
Punky has always been one of those shows that never shied away from tough topics or conversation pieces for families. And I'm proud that our producers and our writers were not afraid to talk about any subject. And I'm proud that I get to come back and be a lesbian.
That was so unexpected, and as soon as they let that out, I was like, yes.
Yes! I am so excited that that was your response, and we're hoping that that is the response. I'm sure it'll be the response of most, because representation really matters.
For many years, part of me had really forgotten that punky power. And it was like through Punky, I rediscovered my own inner power. And so I hope that that power can help, you know, spread love and light and laughter and healing around the world.
Punky Brewster is streaming now on Peacock.
Ooh, she is checking you out. Thanks for the drink, but I'm taken.
That is a clip from the Punky Brewster reboot, now streaming on Peacock. Actress Jasika Nicole joins the cast for the first time and says as a childhood fan, this was a true full-circle moment for her.
Punky Brewster was the first reboot that I instantly felt connected to, because I really was watching that show when I was a kid. I was like 5 or 6 when it came out. I totally identified as a CHERIE, but I wanted to be a Punky because she was so cool.
Jasika plays Lauren, CHERIE's girlfriend on the reboot, and she spoke about the show's commitment to highlighting the LGBTQ community in ways like never before.
This felt like a really exciting opportunity to not only show 2 queer women in love, but 2 Black queer women in love. And I think that's another big part of it, is to see Black love depicted in television.
The Punky Brewster reboot is now streaming on Peacock.